Hey, this is Danny from Scare Talk. Before we get into all the horror greatness, I gotta let you know about Anchor. Anchor is the host site that we use to record our podcast. Anchor will upload your podcast to Apple and Spotify and many other listening platforms. Anchor is completely free, and you can download the app or go to the website, anchor.fm, and you can record straight on there. There's also some cool editing tools that you can use. Did I mention that it's free? Yeah, so if you want to make a podcast, Anchor is the way to go. Go check it out. Now, for the spooky stuff.
Welcome to Scare Talk, a horror movie podcast for horror fans. This podcast will cover horror movie reviews, ratings, and rankings. Now for your hosts, Danny and Joel.
Oh yeah! It's Scare Talk. I'm Danny, and I'm here with Joel the Magnificent.
Hey guys, what's up? I love these nicknames.
Today, we're going to talk about our top opening scenes.
Top 5 best opening scenes in horror.
Okay, there we go. That's what it is. But, before we get to that, we're going to learn about Joel.
Alright.
So, Joel.
Yes.
I think of a good question. What was the first album you bought with your own money?
The first album I bought?
Yeah.
Man. It was probably in high school, if it was my own money. So, I know one of my first, I don't know if it's my very first, but one of them was Green Day's American Idiot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a big one back in
early 2000s.
Yeah, 2003.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know if it was my very first, but it was definitely one of my first ones.
Yeah.
That I bought, and
nice.
The one that comes to mind right now. So
okay. For me, I remember we had like a magazine sale contest in middle school, and I won, I don't know, like $10 or $20 or something like that out of the sales that I did. So I think that's when I bought my first one, and it was the Godzilla soundtrack.
Say what you will about that movie, the soundtrack was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember liking the soundtrack.
Nice.
So.
And yeah, I remember those middle school magazine sales, and there were about 5 of us that got like the top sales, and we got a limo trip.
Oh yeah, a limo trip. I remember that was one of the things you could get.
I remember that was pretty fun.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was one of the top sellers. Yeah.
Wow. So you should probably sell our podcast so more people listen.
I know. I think it's your parents get involved in that kind of thing and kind of cheat for you.
Yeah. Fudge the numbers.
Yeah. But
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right.
American Idiot and Godzilla
soundtrack.
All right, so let's get into our top 5 opening scenes for horror.
All right.
I think we have some honorable mentions.
Yep, I have a couple of them. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I got a couple too. You can go first.
Okay. We're doing honorable mentions right now, or
yeah, honorables first.
Okay. So my first honorable mention is A Quiet Place.
Oh yeah, that does have a pretty good intro. Yeah.
It's I mean, when the movie starts, you're already like in the middle of this whole apocalyptic world, and they're all being quiet, and the son is, I don't know, I'm still a little confused as to like if everybody was being quiet, everybody knows the rules. I know the kid's young, but still, he decides right now is the time he's going to play with his little like toy airplane that makes noise. And of course, he's like 50 feet behind everybody.
Yeah, I don't know why he's so far away. Like, what are you doing as parents?
Yeah.
Especially in this world.
Yeah,
like,
your kids should be in front of you, not behind you.
Or right next to you.
Yeah, and he gets taken.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie starts.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty intense way of starting a movie. Any movie, really. Having a child get killed like that, that's pretty intense.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And my other one is Jaws.
Jaws, okay.
Yeah. Now, going into the movie, everyone knows what it's about.
Yeah.
But how the movie starts is a woman is by herself at like midnight or later than that. It's pitch dark at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes skinny dipping in the ocean.
Yeah.
As you do at 2 in the morning.
Obviously.
And for a movie that has really like never done this kind of thing before, they've never had like a shark attack type movie until Jaws. It was a pretty intense moment because she gets yanked under.
Right.
She gets like pulled, but like not, it's just like someone's like pulling on her leg kind of thing.
Right.
Until
like up and down.
She goes up and down in the water, and then suddenly she's like pulled down completely, and there's like blood in the water and stuff. And it was pretty intense.
Yeah, all the red water.
Yeah. It's a pretty intense start to a classic.
Yeah, I think if you
movie.
looked up, like if you searched online top horror openings or whatever, that'd probably be one of them. I would imagine.
It's at least top 10, if not, top 5 or whatever for a lot of people's lists.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 honorables that I got.
All right. So I have 3 honorables.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go quickly through them though because they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Scream 2, 3, and 4.
All right.
You'll notice I didn't put Scream on the list because that opening
beginning
sucks.
Yeah, of course.
But no, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, they tried to. They got known for that opening scene. So
they did. They got to keep that going.
3 and 4 tried to keep it going, and I think they did good. I think 2 was really effective.
Yeah.
With that whole they're going to see the movie,
Yeah.
And the fact that they think she's like messing around when she's like dying in front of the screen, that was cool.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't want to like pick that scene apart.
Yeah.
But it's like, how did the killer know that, first of all, was Omar Epps was going to get up and go to the bathroom, and then he knew exactly where he was sitting in this like packed theater.
Right, because he came back and sat next to her. It's very convenient. A lot of conveniences, but
it was still a good scene.
Still cool. Yeah. And then 3 is with Cotton. His like girlfriend is.
This was the one. I think this is the first time that Ghostface used like a voice changer for his.
To change to another person's voice. Yeah, that was 3. 3 had that.
Yeah, that's the one that we're talking about. Yeah. And that's it was Cotton gets a call from his wife, but it's Ghostface.
Right. Yeah.
So.
What I remember about that one being cool is just like him racing to get there. But and then main character, I would say he's one of the main characters.
Yeah, he's been all
killed.
Yeah,
at the beginning, so it was kind of shocking. And then 4 with all the different stab movies.
Yeah,
within. You don't know which one.
You're not sure which one's real.
It's Scream 4. And all the cameos and stuff that were in each of the stab movies.
Yeah.
Opening scene. So that was kind of cool. I mean, that one's not like scary or anything.
No, it's just fun.
Kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty much what you can say about that entire movie. It's not scary. It's just fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the real deal.
All right, it's our actual top 5.
Yes. What is your number 5?
My number 5. It could go back and forth between 5 and 4. I mean, it's it's on the list, but it's It Chapter 1.
Oh yeah.
The opening scene of that, I knew
that is good.
I knew before even seeing it. I mean, I read at least that part of the book, plus seeing the original miniseries. So what happens to Georgie, but that whole interaction between him and Pennywise is just really intense.
Yeah.
And it really it really sets the tone for the movie going forward. It does,
yeah.
So I really like that opening scene.
Yeah, that was cool. And like his arm coming off and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not
it was pretty intense.
Yeah, it was. I'm not a big fan of like the whole CGI Pennywise thing. Like he bites him, he turns into like this creature.
Yeah,
but seeing like 6-year-old with like his arm like bitten off, like that's intense.
Yeah.
I had a couple of like kids dying on my list here.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's already
yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I didn't think of that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, number 5, it's kind of the first 2 scenes.
Okay.
So I'm kind of cheating a little bit.
How dare you?
Fallen with Denzel Washington.
I was thinking about putting that on mine too.
Yeah. The very, very opening scene is him crawling all over the snow. Mm-hmm. Shaking, like trembling, and it's him narrating, saying, "I'm going to tell you about a time I almost died."
Yeah,
and it's one of those movies where, it's one of those cliche, like we're going to show the end, and then we're going to,
it's a very
and then we're going to go to it. Yeah, and then we're going to get to the end by the end of the movie.
Yeah,
but it's very unique in the way that the narration is done in the beginning. And then how you see it at the end, you see it completely differently.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool because that's really an important beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much like shocking or anything like that, just more important to the story.
Yeah.
But what's right after that is what's like the really cool part is when there's a guy who's on death row and he's about to be executed, the gas chamber. And he's walking down death row while singing.
Yeah.
Time is on my side. And he's just like dancing around, looking at all the prisoners on the whole way down to the chamber. And he just looks so crazy.
Yeah.
He's just so evil. Just
never really thought of that song as like a creepy song until this movie. It's done in several scenes.
Oh yeah.
Like okay.
Yeah. Really.
See what you're doing
cool,
there with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Really cool song for the movie, and really like powerful beginning. Like you're like, dude, this guy is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna say too much about what the movie's about, but
we could do that one sometime. That's horror.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think mind. It is. So yeah, we'll do that one sometime. But I picked that. Well, I put it at 5. It's one of my favorite opening scenes in general. But I put it at 5 because it's kind of 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And the opening scene is only really cool once you watch the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
My number 4. Now, I don't remember exactly at what point this scene is, but it's Final Destination, the first one. Is this the very, very first scene? Because I'm like, for these opening scenes, it's like this is before you even see like the title of the movie.
Right.
So I don't know I don't remember if this scene came before the title. I don't think it did.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's a good scene with the plane.
Yeah.
With his premonition, and it again set the tone for the movie and also the franchise going forward. It's like just like Scream.
Yeah.
Every movie after had to have some sort of opening premonition scene.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
And Final Destination may not be my favorite like first scene of those movies, but it was definitely the one that people remember the most because it was the first of those movies.
Yeah.
I think the third one with the roller coaster is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Of those. But this one was also like high up there.
I thought of that one. Mm-hmm. But I was kind of getting hung up on what you were saying. Is that really the opening scene?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, that's what people would remember as the beginning of that movie. Nothing before that really matters.
I mean, it starts with him at the airport anyway. So the whole airport scene could be technically the first scene.
Right. True. True. So yeah, that one's cool. That one's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 4 is Urban Legends. Opening scene.
Yeah, that's a good scene too.
One of the characters
is like getting gas, drives away, and you hear the song in the background. Who does that song? Do you know who does that song?
I don't remember. It's been a little while since I've seen the movie. Okay. But yeah,
part of the song is "Turn Around."
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Turn around, and like she's singing it, and then as the audience, you like know someone's in the back seat.
Bonnie, something. Yeah,
yeah, and so it like, and then the person in the back seat ends up killing her, but it's like. You are like you're saying it to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Turn around.
And the gas station attendant, Brad Dourif.
Oh yeah,
the voice of Chucky.
Yeah, he is in that. Yeah,
he's you know, she thinks he's this like creepy guy.
Right.
He's got like a stutter, and he's like bangs on her door at one point. And he's the one who sees the person in the back seat, and he's like, she's driving off, and he's freaking out. And like he's still stuttering the entire time, but he ends up getting out. There's someone in the back seat,
right? As she's too far away.
Hear it. Yeah,
yeah.
So that was pretty cool. There's a few people. There's a couple classic horror people in that movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one again. I haven't seen it in a long time. I just remember that opening scene and seeing it even as a kid, like, and catching it, like the song.
Yeah.
Going with the scene, you know?
Yeah.
And it's on the radio in her car, and so she's like singing to it, so
yeah,
it's pretty ironic.
Yeah, it was a good scene. That's a good movie. I like that one.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Evil Dead 2013.
Evil Dead 2013. What happens in the beginning?
So that's the whole so they go back to like the witch trials type thing.
Yes.
And
that's intense.
She's this girl is about to get like burned alive, burned at the stake by her dad. And she's like, "No, I'm not a witch." So.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, as the fire is like engulfing her, she turns into like this. I was just like, "Wow, okay, that's how this movie started."
Yeah, she looked all innocent. You're like, "Oh man, what are they doing to this poor girl?" And then it's like, "Nope, she is crazy."
Yeah. She is demon possessed.
She is possessed. Yes, she is the Evil Dead.
Yeah. And I just thought that was a pretty awesome way of opening up that movie.
I actually watched that movie, I don't know, like a month or two ago. And when it started, I was like, I don't remember this being a part of the movie.
Or,
that scene. I'm like, wait, I don't remember this. And, but yeah, I mean, it's a short part.
Yeah.
But it definitely sets the tone for what you're going to get into for the rest of the movie. So yeah, I like that one.
An intense movie, too. So.
Yeah, very, very much so. Very violent.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, much more than the original. As far as, like, bloody.
Yeah. All right. Number 3 for me is Halloween.
All right.
Just a classic.
Yeah.
It sets the tone for everything.
Yeah, it does.
For slashers.
That's our phrase of the day. Sets the tone.
Well, it really sets the tone, sets the bar.
Yeah.
Michael, little kid, goes and kills his sister. And what's really cool about it is the way the filming is done. Yeah. The camera work. Like, you're looking through him. His viewpoint. So, can't think of too many movies that has that. Yeah. Even since then, that does that. And it does it so well.
Yeah, too. It does.
And I mean, I feel like you can't have a conversation about opening scenes without mentioning Halloween at least. So I didn't put it number 1, but had to be in there. Had
to be in the It was in your top 3, so that's pretty good. All right. So my number 2 is Ghost Ship.
Okay.
I have just recently watched this movie probably about a week or 2 ago.
All right.
And how it opens with they're all like everybody's on a cruise ship that later you find out is the ghost ship.
Oh.
And there's someone like in the background, you don't see his face or anything, but he like cuts a line and like cuts something. and it's a line that goes from one end of the ship to the other. It's like this metal, this metal line, like cord, and cuts everybody in half.
I do remember.
And you see everyone's just like wherever the cord cut through them, you see that part of them just like slide off. Yeah. Like, oh man, this is a way to start a movie.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, and it's like a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's like everybody except for like there's a little girl that just barely misses it.
Misses her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Right. They're all on like on the dance floor of like the ship and stuff, and that's where it happens.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good scene. Probably the best part of the entire movie. But the movie itself is fun, but that's probably still the best part.
All right, so my number 2. I think I know what both of our number 1s is going to be. I don't know if anybody can really argue against it, so I'm not going to put that at number 2. I wanted to put number 1 different just to be different.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick with what we're probably both going to have for number 1.
Yeah.
So my number 2 is Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay. That is a good scene.
The opening monologue
yeah.
of Freddy. Oh, man. Some of my favorite stuff that Freddy ever said in any of the movies is in that monologue at the beginning.
Yeah.
Love it. And it's like his mouth. It's like zoomed in on his mouth. Talking. Oh my gosh. And it shows some of the other Nightmare movies. It shows scenes from kill scenes from that, and it like starts going like faster and faster the more he gets like worked up in what he's saying. Just so cool.
Yeah.
And it really starts the movie off like with a bang. Because
does it set the tone?
Yeah, no, it starts it off with a bang. Because then you kind of understand, like, okay, so this is how they're bringing Jason into this world,
yeah,
and this is why. You know, it gives you the why right at the beginning of the movie, so you can get on board with it, and you can be like, okay, now I understand how Jason and Freddy are even gonna intermingle at all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just so cool, so cool. I could just put that movie on just for that.
Yeah.
And turn it off.
yeah, that is... I mean, I do enjoy the movie. The movie's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But that is definitely one of the best parts of the entire movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that opening monologue, opening scene.
Anytime Freddy is going to talk for a little while, you got to listen.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's like one of... I think he's probably my favorite of the classic horror...
Slasher.
Villains. Because... he talks. Yeah, it's entertaining when he talks, but it's like it's the talking plus he does have some really cool imaginative kills of his. And when you're in a dream sequence, like you can do whatever you want to with the kill scenes and stuff. So yeah, he's definitely the best, most entertaining of the killers.
All right.
So we're at
about number 1.
Number 1. Drum roll, please. Yeah, we're in agreement. It's Scream.
Yeah. Probably why this was your idea. Why you thought of doing this in the first place?
That and Ghost Ship, honestly. If I'm gonna be honest, like it was after watching Ghost Ship that I was like, I kind of want to do like a top 5 opening scenes. But I mean, you have to put Scream.
Yeah.
If it's not on your if it's not number 1, it's going to be in like your top 3.
Yeah.
Opening scenes.
I'd like for somebody to try to convince me that that's
a horrible scene.
Yeah, or not that it's a horrible scene, but that it. Well, yeah, that would be interesting. But that it's not number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like what could be better? Because I don't think I've seen that movie yet. Whatever is better, I haven't seen.
I really haven't either. It's such a good, and that movie in general just brings back the slasher genre in the first place. But I feel like it's a big part. That opening scene is a big part of why the slasher genre came back.
Yeah,
it's such a good, like Drew Barrymore did a really good job. And it's weird because she's on like the cover of that movie.
Yeah,
but she's in the first 5 minutes of the entire movie.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's it. And, you know, she was already, like, pretty big when that movie came out. And I remember seeing, like, part of, like, an interview with her about that role. And she was actually supposed to be Sydney. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But she wanted to be this other character.
Right.
For this, like, then that's probably the best move she could have done at that point.
Yeah, definitely launched that movie.
Yeah, because that's definitely, like, you think of Scream, that's the scene that you think of, like, without a doubt. And there's been 4 movies, so the fact that this movie from, 96?
Right.
This 5-minute opening scene of a movie from 20 years ago is what people will remember. Yeah. That's huge. And it was, definitely our favorite moment and opening scene in horror. So
and you know, I'm a big slasher fan, so it's just a movie I really like, but I like the conversation that Ghostface has with her. You know, about what's your favorite scary movie.
And that's the first time you hear that question being asked throughout
And that was a big like catchphrase, you know. People would do that all the time, especially in the 90s. It was like the thing to say whenever you were talking about scary movies, I guess. So I wonder today if, you know, I have 2 kids. I wonder if I said, "What's your favorite scary movie?" like in a ominous voice. If they would know, like, the reference, or if they would, like, laugh or something. Maybe not know it's from Scream, but know that it's a pop culture thing, you know? So can't beat it.
No, can't. Really can't. And if you have a better opening in horror, then we are on Facebook, and leave us a comment.
Let us know. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
Or if you have other ones that we didn't mention, let us know what your top 5 might be. You know,
definitely.
Because I was thinking, so the scene in the collection, that's the second one, right? The collection.
It's collector and the collection. I think it's collection.
Okay. Yeah, because I know there's a third one coming out, and I can't remember what that one's called now.
Yeah, I don't remember either, but I'm pretty sure it's collector and then it's collection.
Okay.
The collection.
Okay. Because there's a scene in that where it's like a nightclub, and they, like, all these people in the nightclub get like grinded up.
It's been a while since I've seen it. I need to go back and rewatch it.
Like, it's so bloody. And I don't know if that's the opening scene. I don't think it is, but I know that that's one of the death scenes, and I want to say it's like the beginning, toward the beginning of the movie.
It'd be a crazy opening.
It's really, really bloody. And, like, I can't remember exactly how it works, but people get, like, trapped in something. It almost is like a Saw scene. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
But people get, like, trapped in something and then just get, like, steamrolled with, like, just ground up.
Yeah. I don't remember that. But I think I've seen it, like, once or twice, and it was back when we were working on Hollywood Video. So it's been a long time. It's been a while.
Yeah. The Collector, the Collection.
Or the Collector came out when we were in Hollywood Video. I don't remember exactly when the second one came out, but
I'm trying to think of what the third one's going to be called, because it has something to do with collecting.
Maybe
the collecting. Collective, maybe. Something like that.
Yeah.
But I'll be looking forward to that one, because those 2 movies are pretty good. I enjoy them.
Yeah, they are pretty fun.
Okay. So I guess that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's our top 5.
Top 5 opening scenes for horror.
And only one of them, I think, was the same.
Yeah, Scream.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty good.
Surprising.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, so you guys got like, top 15, basically.
Yeah.
With our honorables.
Yep. There you go. Go watch them.
All of them, yeah. Just that scene, though.
Right. All right. Well, find us on Facebook, like Joel had mentioned, the magnificent Joel.
Yes. Can't forget that.
We are at Scare Talk Podcast on Twitter, at Scare Talk Pod. We're on all types of podcast platforms for your listening pleasures. And so that's it. This has been Scare Talk.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the ghost ship.